Just a short video on why I created this channel. So, in short, Elden Ring has been a game that I've been really into like for this past month once it was actually released. So I really almost can't remember the last time I was this into a game. Probably the last time I was super this into a game is probably when I was like in we call it secondary school when I was like 13, 14. When I was playing the RPGs Luna, I think Eternal Moon or Silver Star. That was back on the Sega Saturn. And when I was even maybe a little bit just around the age as well, like 13, 14, I was also playing the Sega Genesis. And I was like super into games like Shining Force 2 and games like Warsong, right? Those tactical RPGs as well as standard RPGs. That was a time when I was really young. I was really into games because I was playing games like Super Mario back in the original NES days when I was like a child. So when I was like 8 or 9, I was playing Game Boys and stuff like that. So that was like the really last time I've been so into a game that I wanted to play it every single day. That was when I was a kid. So the only other time when I can remember that I'm this into a game was when I was playing Bloodborne. But Bloodborne also didn't really capture my attention on launch. I actually bought Bloodborne like quite long after it was launched, maybe like half a year or maybe to a year. And when I started playing it, then I really got into it. But at the time, I was still working full time as well. So obviously, I didn't have all the time in the world to play Bloodborne. So I was playing Bloodborne like maybe once every maybe 2 days, 3 days, sometimes maybe once a week. So I wasn't as into it as Elden Ring, but still, I mean, I felt the passion for playing that as well. So Elden Ring is just the game that has really inspired my passion for gaming. Really it's a game that really sparked my you know my addiction also to say that to want to play it every single day. It's so interesting. Storyline obviously as for all FromSoft games is very opaque. You have to really discover things for yourself, talk to Reddit, see what different opinions there are out there on the internet, and then from the combined view of them and yourself, then you can form your own opinions about the story. So FromSoft never gives any official story for it, and the only official thing that they have is whatever text is in the game, right, or whatever dialogue is already in the game. So story, nah, isn't that fantastic? But what's fantastic is actually the variety of gameplay. There's so much depth to the gameplay this time around. Like even when I was playing Bloodborne, there was really quite a significant amount of depth with a variety of weapons, and all the weapons have their own move sets, have their own. You need to like customize a special build to min max a certain weapon. But now in Elden Ring, they take it up to like a different degree, right? They're like you can have certain general builds, but you have hundred over weapons, and every almost every weapon has a sort of unique thing about it. So obviously, some weapons are no rehash of using the same model. Like great swords are great swords, right? Great hammers are great hammers. But some no, they have ashes of war that you can transfer and customize over each weapon. So to make each weapon unique by itself, you can customize. You can sort of like create your own custom weapon per se with the moveset that you want, along with the ash of war that you want. Then the Ash of Wars also are some sort of like sorcery spell effects. Some have AoE effects, some have homing effects. It's amazing. There's so much depth in variety. PvP, haven't really gone into PvP yet. Maybe I'll go into PvP later, but I also didn't really get into Bloodborne PvP when I played it. But anyway, just the PvE experience, like the depth of different builds that I can do, it's not so refreshing, right? It's like it makes me want to like, oh, I want to try this build today. And tomorrow, then I play it for like a week, and then the next week I'm like, I'm getting bored of that build. I want to try like a different build, like this build. What if I do like a strength build? What if I do then next week? What if I do a faith build? And then the following week, what if I go back to sorcery, right? And I do death sorcery build. And then the following week, what if I just specialize in gravity build and stuff like that? Or what if I just do this specific Ash of War, just do this specific weapon? So there's endless depth in Elden Ring, and that makes it really so refreshing to play. And I'm just creating content and sharing my experience with Elden Ring as as I play the game, right? Who knows how long I'll be playing the game for.